Hey traders from around the world, what's going on? It's your boy Ricky Cadan back again with another real life stock review from Real Life Trading Australia. Hope you guys are absolutely crushing this volatility. Let's take a look at the SPY. Now, on the SPY, we did come back up to these levels right here that I was saying that most likely we would reject. We did speak about this in the afternoon swing trading floor. If you guys want to be a part of the afternoon swing trading room, hop on over to reallifetrading.com.au and click on the free week link. We are currently having a free week this week, but definitely join the community. Next week it won't be free, but all in all, we are absolutely throwing out some gems, some golden gems here. But the SPY, we did start to retrace from this level. I do expect us probably to have a small gap up, and maybe an inside day candle, and then I'd still expect a rollover. I still expect a rollover on the SPY. But the E-minis, S&P, E-mini futures currently retesting. We did get this nice little pullback, and I do expect us to kind of roll back down eventually. But all in all, if you take a look at the 5-minute, we were very volatile, especially at open, when we had the news that the Fed was going to drop cut rates by 0.5%. As soon as that news came out, right here, you can see we got this huge spike up. Everyone got in bullish, and then a lot of people just started selling, and we kind of just faded the whole day. So E-minis right now, currently just retesting, but most likely will go lower. And let's take a look at the VIX Volatility Index. You can see here we are still really up there. We're up at 36.82. You take a look at the shorter term moving averages. You can see here we are just super bullish right now. So bullish meaning that the market is going down. So the VIX is showcasing that there is still a little bit more downside, guys. So just be aware. If you have got shares, probably look to protect your assets in these volatile times. Let's take a look at Apple. Now, Apple, this is what I drew. This blue line was what I drew in the afternoon swing trading floor. And you can see here we did follow this line nicely, reject these EMAs, the shorter term EMAs, and we are pulling back. Do expect a small little gap up on Apple today, so tomorrow, and then most likely we will have a fade over the next coming days. Let's take a look at AMD. Got to give a shout out to my boy Mikey for shorting AMD out the gate, getting in some gains. Nice little gap fill. We had a retest gap. It was a retest gap, gapping up, green candle gapping higher. Just coming into these moving averages, you can see here on the 5-minute that we really just did not push any higher. We really didn't push much higher than these pre-markets. I know he did trade this right out the gate and then took profits at these levels here, but in the afternoon we did roll over even further. So well done, Mikey, for absolutely slaying AMD. Let's take a look at Tesla. Now, Tesla did throw in a nice, beautiful, bullish gap, but as you can see, once again, it was a green candle gapping up, being a retest gap. We are retesting. Most likely we will kind of come back down to the 50, trade sideways for a little while, and then we will slowly start to bounce and go higher. But that's pretty much it on Tesla. Not a whole lot to see here. Just a beautiful little gap fill. Great volume coming in, and just absolutely loving this volatility. Now, if you are a part of the free week or our swing trading floor, you would have been given our weekly options newsletter yesterday. And our weekly options newsletter was on GLD. This was the setup. We did actually have a limit buy of 3.75 on the option here, and we got filled within 1 minute. We got filled within 1 minute of open, and we closed the trade out in 49 minutes. Hit our target, nice 2R target. Most likely we will get a gap down and probably trade down a little bit lower. Gold does need to come down a little bit, but this was just showcasing a really good opportunity with what was going on in the overall market. So well done to everyone who did place that trade. It was a beautiful trade. Let's take a look at the all odds. Now, as you can see here today, we are still looking bearish, obviously, with the rate cut here in Australia. You can see here we do have a long lower shadow. and we haven't created a new low yet. This will be a very nice support level if you are looking to buy. Just bear in mind, have a look at the weekly chart. We are at the 100 simple moving average, so I'm very reluctant to short here. This is most likely going to be a buying opportunity. If we do break down lower, most likely we will come down to about the 200 simple, but then I'll be looking to buy that dip on the all odds. Let's take a look at Woolworths now. Woolworths having a retest gap on the weekly chart, which did retest and fill that gap. You can see on the daily chart, we are right down at the 200 simple moving average. If you are looking to purchase some shares, I know dividends is paid today, but if you are looking at purchasing some shares, I mean, we're at the same price as we were back in September. You know, so this is, we'll say like 6 months, 7 months, and we are basically back at these levels. So it is a very nice dip buying opportunity. You can see here we have pulled back from the all-time highs about 15%. Don't try to catch the falling knife, guys. You do not want to get burnt or cut here. Just make sure you wait for a little bit more consolidation and then look to buy that dip on Woolworths. Let's take a look at their rivalry, Coles. Now, this is the drawing that I had on Coles in the afternoon swing trading floor. I did expect us to trade higher. We actually cleared the 200 simple, which is quite good. But being that this was a retest gap, I do expect us to kind of fill that gap, come back down to the 200, and then trade higher on Coles. Here's APT for Afterpay. Now, Afterpay just gapping all over the place right now. We had a nice little retest gap, and then we had a nice little gap and go. And the day before that, we had a nice little retest gap. So very, very gappy right now, but I do expect us to consolidate at this price. I do expect that APT will go higher in the long term, but this is definitely a nice dip buying location. And let's take a look at CBA. Now, Commonwealth Bank obviously gapping down after the rate cut. And we are at a support level here, guys. Just take a look here. What's also key to note, so this is the support level right here. You can see nice little support here. Nice support at this gap as well. But what's interesting to note is actually on the weekly chart, we're also at the 200 simple on a weekly chart. So it will be nice to see if we do get a nice little buying candle tomorrow. It may showcase a buying opportunity, but me personally, I will wait for probably about 3 or 4 more trading days before I look to place a trade setup on CBA. Let's take a look at some commodities. So here's gold. Gold just coming back up after the news about the Fed, and we are slowly starting to reject this price. Obviously, with the market dropping, gold generally goes up, but it doesn't go up with the market all the time. So gold, I do expect us still to kind of slowly trade down at this price and then go higher. But gold is definitely on an absolute killer of a trend. On the weekly chart, you can see we've still got a fair way to go. We could potentially come back up to these highs, around 1750 or 1800. Yeah, we could definitely get back up there in the future. It just might take a little bit of time. And we'll take a look at crude oil. Crude oil on the daily chart coming back down to this support level almost at 42. Most likely, guys, I do expect crude oil to have a short little retest, probably about a 50% retracement of that candle, and that would be a nice little buying opportunity if we can get a stop below here. Obviously, this is going to be if the market holds up. If the market is holding up, I'll be looking to take this trade long. And last but not least, we'll take a look at the Aussie dollar. Now, the Aussie dollar showcasing a very nice bullish move. As you can see here, we have not created a new low from last week, which is good to see. We had a nice little gap down and then a trade higher, and most likely we will probably come back up to these levels, come back down, and then we'll see where we kind of trade from there. But that's all I got for you today, guys. If you are here for the free week, I will be in the morning, so I will be in the afternoon swing trading room in 1 hour and 20 minutes from now. So I hope to see you guys there, and if you aren't there and would like to join, I'll leave a link in the description below, and I will hopefully see you in my community next week, absolutely crushing 2020 together. And that's all I got for you today. I'll be back on Thursday with another real life stock review, and Until next time, love life, live life, and trade it. I'll see you all soon. Bye.